All right, you guys, I had to get me a little bit of outside walking done. But I want to speak a moment about grief and the timeline for recovery from an event that brought grief into your life. And if you know me, you know there's multiple events, not just the physical death, that bring grief into your life. When you're working a job and you have a situation happen that requires some type of absence for grieving. Most of the time, most jobs require you to be back within a week, 2 weeks at the most. Now, if it's a decent job, you might even have a little bit of time, 6 weeks or so, depending on the level of grief. And people tend to think you've had some time to recover, but that's not an appropriate length of time to grieve, right? So there's some forms of loss that you would never truly get over, but then there's a certain amount of time that it takes for you to just be able to function, right? And that's what you need to look at. How much time will it take for me to be able to function as you are in the grieving process? The grieving process can take 1 year, it can take 10 years, it could take 30 years, it could be for the rest of your life. It depends on your association with that which was lost. Okay? So, a family member, a pet, or have different levels of association of loss. Loss of a breakup, like from a romantic relationship, different level of loss. Loss of oneself when you have to recover from an illness, different level of loss, right? Loss of your home, finances, different level of loss. And each one of those losses requires a different level of healing. Now, what I want you to do is to extend yourself grace if you do not feel that you have recovered from that loss enough to function. Okay? It's not about whether or not you've gotten over the loss. It's about, are you able to get up each and every day and do the things that it takes for you to exist in this realm? And that's the level that I would like to assist you with getting to. There's lots of tools out there, things that you can do. Depending, some of you may need to go to therapy, but there's lots of different things that you can do to help make it to where you can function. Now, if you are one of the fortunate ones and you're in a situation where you don't have to work, you can process this grief on a more selective, long term level than some other people, right? You can just cry when you want to. Some of you understand is you can't just do that at work, right? But there are things you can do at work. You can go outside, cry on your lunch break, cry in the bathroom if you need to cry. There's many things that you can do. But the one thing you mustn't do is to beat yourself up about grieving. Okay? Have a good day. I hope this message helps someone.